because I'm out here living my best life to the best of my capacity, despite all these lies and everything. I am a beacon of hope for men everywhere that just want to be a part of their kids' lives. Some more than others. Me, like, I'm as involved as I possibly can in every aspect. But what does that come with? It comes with allegations. It comes with accusations of stalking. It comes with accusations of this and that. And it's just constant and unrelenting. And I think many of you are starting to see, after the ridiculousness of me trying to just cut my girl's split ends off so it's easier to comb, which is actually a favor to all parties involved. It's somehow out of that situation. I become a stalker because we live in the same relative neighborhood and our kids' school's nearby. Me moving to the neighborhood that we're in, and I'm not 2 doors down, that's ridiculous, is closer to school. It saves me an hour of driving every day. So the fact that it's in the same city, the same generalized neighborhood, it's not that close, is, now a sudden stalker. So it's manipulation tactics. It's nothing more than manipulation, and to get people to come and harass me and feel sorry for the woman. There are too many women on this internet falsely claiming domestic violence. There are too many women on this internet falsely claiming that they are victims of domestic violence. In fact, if you aren't truly a victim of domestic violence as a woman, you're most likely not going to be on social media because you're going to be afraid of the man. You're not going to be, oh, poor me, poor me, poor me. No, you're going to be in the courts hiding. That's what victims do. They hide. Generally speaking. And you want to play basketball? Well, we got to go buy a basketball because the last basketball popped. Now, I'm not saying all victims don't use their voice, but a lot of people, if they're truly victimized and they're totally not the problem, and they're just they keep quiet for years, or they settle it in court. They don't go to social media to give a play-by-play of every lie and horrible blah blah blah. People just don't do that. So, I mean, I hope you guys are all seeing the madness, and I'm going to continue to make content with my girls, as well as as well as clinical education content, because that's what I'm put on planet Earth to do. That is where my gifts are, my skill set, and my life purpose I've known from I was 13 years old is to help a lot of people, and that's what I will do. And if I have to be harassed every step of the way, lies, accusations every step of the way, then that's just what I'll deal with, because apparently those are the cards that I was dealt. And, I'm going to face them with fearlessness, because I know that I'm walking in the path that God has placed before me. Yeah, I don't know whose cars those are, Athena. I think you can ask nicely to play with one of them. Athena, go ask. Don't just take a car, go ask. Go ask first, right over there. No, guys, I don't need to give anyone any explanation, but this has become a subject that I'm somewhat passionate of, and eventually I would love to create a nonprofit for fathers that are falsely accused of domestic violence. So like myself, I was a loving husband. I dedicated my entire life, and when I freaked out and left, it was for damn good reason. Lesser men than me would have done far worse. So, I mean, this is a subject. I mean, I'm literally getting DMs from men all the time saying, thank you for the content you produce. I'm fighting for my kids. I was so close to giving up, and I won't give up. And and frankly, that's what a lot of men do, because I nearly gave up. I'm one of the most devoted fathers you'll ever meet. I love my kids. I would die for them. And I almost gave up, left, and just said, come see me when you're 18. I can't deal with your mom. So it's ridiculous that even me, someone that is absolutely devoted and loving father, somebody that would literally take a for them, almost gave up on his kids. And when I almost gave up on my kids and left, it wasn't even giving up on them. It was giving up on myself. My tolerance of bullshit. Like, that really struck a chord with me. It really changed my entire perspective on the idea of what a deadbeat dad is. Sure, is there lots of deadbeat dads out there? Absolutely, there's a lot of deadbeat dads out there. But there's also a lot of men that are dealing with similar circumstances as me, where there's lies, allegations, this and that. They're trying to take your skin and wear it as a trophy. There's a lot of dads like me that are good fathers. The marriage just didn't work out, and it's better for the kids that they don't be raised in a toxic living environment. And that's exactly the decision I made. I didn't leave my kids. I left a toxic living environment so they could be raised in some state of normal. Because when kids are raised in a toxic living environment, guess what they're going to look for in their own partners, their own marriages in the future. I would be setting my kids up for failure if I didn't leave. Because they would think that toxic relationship dynamics and abuse and just like zero respect for the other party, which was me in this case, is okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. You have to raise your kids in a loving environment, and if that means it's separate, then it's separate. It's just, that's the way it's supposed to be. So, I mean, all these people on the internet that are trying to tear me down. I'm a fantastic father. So all you. Seriously. I really appreciate all the people that are seeing the writing on the wall. But like, I'm going to continue this, and one of two things is going to happen, I think the state will eventually shut us down, because at the end of the day, I don't think that the government actually wants a nuclear family. It's far easier to control people without a nuclear family, and it's far easier to control people without men around. So obviously, that's just my belief. Call it a conspiracy theory, whatever you want, but that's pretty much what the system has shown me. So, it's like, I've been thinking about this for a while, and this whole haircut thing really just like was the nail in the coffin. If you don't see that as toxic and manipulative behavior, then you just simply have a bias. You are toxic yourself, or you need to actually be around some healthy men, people that actually are healthy and protective and providers and supporters and everything else. If you don't have men like that in your life, then I feel bad for you. Truly, I do.